Hello everyone, hello. I hope you're all doing well. It's me, that divination witch, back with another witchy video. And today I'm talking about our lovely lady Hecate and I'm going to be answering a question that a lot of you have asked in different ways. So I feel like this is the best way I can answer it, and hopefully it'll help you guys. And that really is, like, what is the main thing that she teaches us? What does she do for us as human beings that are still living on planet Earth? So yeah, let's get into it. Hi, my name's Sarah. I hope you stick around. You're more than welcome to. This is a witchy safe space where no question's a silly question. Ask away. I try and help as many people as I can. That's the point of my channel, and just try and be down to earth with what I share. So if you like that, hit subscribe. And I've also got a link tree below with a shop and a Patreon if you would like to support me that way. I do offer readings and I would be so grateful if you could check it out. Thank you. Hecate, she does different things, I suppose, for different people, you know, like any deity. Our relationship with Hecate is personal to us and unique to us. But on the whole, she has a job role. We know her as a goddess of witchcraft and sorcery and magic. We know her as a goddess of the liminal spaces, a guide, the torchbearer. She guides lost souls, whether those lost souls are living or not. She gets us to where we need to be. She is many things to many different people, but there is a common theme that I have noticed, not just from my path, not just from my friends' paths, but other people I speak with through here, through readings, who work with her. And even if they don't work with her on a permanent basis, even if she just comes in to say, right, I'm going to help you learn X, Y, and Z. I'm going to help you get to where you need to be, whether that is to another deity or spirit or a spiritual path. Sometimes it's to find the right people for you. You know, she guides a lot of people to me for readings and things like that. Some of you might find my videos because of her. I've had that commented quite a lot. And I fully believe that, because she's done the same for me, helping me find people that are like-minded, like people. There's a couple of girls in my, well, ladies I should say, in my podcast. We made a podcast together on this channel, the Hecate Diaries. You know, I never would have met those two lovely ladies if not for Mother. So this happens, it does. But the overall thing is that Hecate does certain things for us, I've noticed. Her main lesson is a lesson in self-empowerment. That is her lesson. Whatever it takes for you to get there may be unique. You might take a unique path to get there. But ultimately, it's a path to self-empowerment and a path to belief in yourself. That's what she represents. And I have come to notice that she wants us all, those who she helps, she wants us to stand on our own 2 feet, be independent, be assertive, be confident. She fights a lot for underdogs, for those who have been beaten and broken before, for people who have been through traumas and been through not so nice things. She tends to come to us that, well, maybe we don't have self-confidence. And I know on a personal level, in my personal journey with her, I have totally changed in the last 5-6 years that she's been in my life. I'm a different woman to who I used to be. I had no confidence. I was a people pleaser. I went along with everything just to keep the peace. I had no sense of identity in a way. She gave me that. She helped me find that. She didn't tell me who I was. She didn't hand it on a plate. She told me how to get there, you know. How does she do it though? Now, I can give you examples what's happened to me and some common themes that I've observed, but how does she get you to believe in yourself? How does she do that? because it's, like I say, it's not handed to you on a plate, and it's not a case of she gives you the instructions to life, because there is no instructions to give. Everyone's path is different, and the way people understand things are different depending on who you are and what you've been through. But a common theme we start with is setting boundaries, because a lot of us don't have boundaries, those that she chooses, those that she wants to help, that, like I say, have been through these horrible things. The way we cope is to people please. We let people walk all over us. We let people take advantage, and we put others first. And Hecate reminds us that it is not selfish to put yourself first sometimes. It doesn't make you an a-hole. It doesn't make you a narcissist and all these buzzwords that get chucked around. It doesn't. It's okay, because it's your life. You're living it. You've got to be happy in it. You've got to be happy in your own skin and in your own body. Saying no is acceptable. And that's the first step, and that's sometimes the worst step, the hardest step, and it still is for me. Sometimes I get triggered and I think, oh, sometimes you're in confrontation. Something happened to me recently at time of filming where I've had to switch career again. I never thought that would happen, but I just couldn't settle for where I was and how I was being treated. It wasn't the best, and I'm worth more than that. I realise that now. But older, like younger me from time gone by, would have settled, So that's the first thing. And then another thing is, at least in my experience, she doesn't let me settle for less. And that's what I've just said. It echoes what I've said. So there may be, situations that you're in, relationships, friendships that you're in, that you're going with the flow to keep the peace. You don't want to let go of these things because you're used to it. Me, myself, I was in a job for a decade, 10 years of my life, in a toxic work environment that I didn't dare leave because I wasn't sure what I could get. I wasn't sure what to do. I never in a million years thought I'd be doing this as well. But she shook up my life. She got me to a point where it was like, no, I have to leave, She will push you out of these comfort zones. That's the next point I was going to say as well. Out of these toxic comfort zones that we keep ourselves in, whether that is a job, whether that is a friendship group, whether that's a relationship, even family members. You may not cut your family members off entirely. I'm not saying she's isolating you, definitely not, but she will get you to recognise what is beneficial to you and what isn't. I know on a personal level there's some family members I love to bits, I do, but they've put me through some not so nice things growing up, and now I see them on my terms as best as I can. Sometimes things slip through the net, but you've got to be firm, and no means no. She will also get you to address your fears, and she did that to me. Like I said, decade-long job, never thought I'd leave. I used to panic, thinking, oh, what will I do? What will I do for money? How will I pay my bills? Will I get another job? Will I survive? Will I get paid as much? Is it a permanent job? All these things, worrying. Got to the point I had no choice and I did leave. And there was a time period where it wasn't certain. And it still kind of is like that in a way, but it wasn't certain where the next paycheck was coming from, and it wasn't certain if in a month or two I'd still be there or what was going to happen. But you know what? She had my back, and she still has my back throughout it all, because on this journey I've learned I'm worth more. I don't deserve to be treated like a dog's body, like a skivvy, as they'd say where I'm from. We are humans, and we all have unique talents and unique skills that we can bring to the table. We need to start valuing ourselves, especially in this capitalist society we live in, especially if you're from the West. It's very dog eat dog over here, and it's very You know, do you want to look back on your life? This is just something personal, but I've thought on this, that do I want to look back on my life and think, I spent 10, 20, 30 years in jobs that I worked for the other people, that I wasn't valued, that I wasn't treated the best, that I was replaceable. Because a lot of jobs these days, especially if you work for a big business, you are replaceable. As harsh as that is, you are a number. And, you know, there was nothing more than the job I was in for a decade made me realise that. The way I was treated, the way I had to leave that place. I didn't want to, but I had to because I couldn't be treated that way. And they didn't care. There was no, we're sorry to see you go or anything. Considering the length of time I'd served there, you know, it feels more like a prison sentence, even me saying that, served. We don't want to look back on life. I'm just talking about jobs there, but it could be anything, like I say. Friendship groups where people take advantage of you, where people, you know, are using you. I've had that as well. Do you really want to have these people around? Are they friends? Are they really friends if they're treating you like that? Or is it fear that keeps you in there? Is it fear of being alone? Is it fear of not meeting new friends? You've got to try and learn to accept yourself, and that's what she does. All these examples I have given, in the end, Hecate will get you realising that you are worth more than what you are currently portraying yourself as, selling yourself as, per se. Whether that's in a job, whether that's in a friendship group, a relationship. You are more worthy than you think. And that is the power of Hecate, getting you to realise that. Because at the end of the day, it is her job to guide lost souls. And she isn't this evil, jealous, and scary goddess that all these people portray, which really irks me, as you all well know if you're not new here. You know, my mission on this channel is to demystify Hecate, you know, and tell you how it is. And this is how it is. She may be firm sometimes and she may get you to address these scary things, but that doesn't mean she's scary, and it doesn't mean that she is being hurtful to you. She wants what's best for you. But sometimes to get to where we need to be and where we will be feeling the best, well, we've got to process the crap. We've got to take out the trash. We've got to let go. We've got to do the hard work to reap the rewards. And that's very much what she is. And she's a goddess of independence. She really is. She's a goddess of independence and power. Because if she didn't do that, what's the alternative? I don't want to sound like I'm fear-mongering, but I'll say it how it is. If you don't address your things, and if you can't say, right, I look back on my life and I was happy, at least somewhat happy, and I feel like I've fulfilled some things. I mean, no one's perfect, of course not. But if you look back and feel miserable and unworthy and unloved and all these horrible things, you risk being a lost soul yourself. What does that look like for you? You would meet Hecate still in the end because she is the guide to the lost soul. But it's all part of lessons we need to learn in life, and all about empowerment and enlightenment, you know. Do you want to be wandering with unfinished business and, you know, like some spirits do? Or do you want to be fulfilled and get to where you need to be in the end? That's my theory anyways. So I hope that sheds some light anyways on what she does for people and what her mission is here, what her mission as a goddess is, why she is gaining popularity in the last few years, why people are becoming more and more interested in her as a goddess. The Divine Feminine as a collective, I've said this on the channel before, it is rising again, and I do feel like it's a time where it will rise again. I don't know if we'll ever get out of a patriarchy, but the Divine Feminine is certainly on the rise. Change is afoot. And Hecate is one of the main names in that, you know, and there's got to be reasons as to why she's so prevalent these days. You know, go back 10 years or even more, it wasn't as popular. Her name wasn't as popular as it is now. That's why, you know, I've built this channel, because of the popularity comes fear-mongering as well. And yeah, I want to debunk all of this stuff, you know. So I hope it helped, and good luck if you are interested in her. If you're new starting this out, or even if you're not new, just good luck. I do wish everyone the best of luck with their personal journeys. I want everyone to succeed, I do, and I know Hecate does as well. So if you've got any more questions about her or anything really, within reason, you know, leave them below. Just let me know. I have a list of different requests and questions people have asked, and I do try and answer them all as best I can. So until next time, stay safe, stay witchy. Bye bye.